Man, that sucks. How did that ever see the light of day? I will never know. Jazz Har 6 a.m. taxi. Good evening, everybody. It is the evening of the 2nd of April, 2019, and welcome to all of you. Did you share the love today, Leah and Ladybug? How you doing tonight, honey? How are you doing, Monique? My girl, Monique, my girl, her head was twisted around once again like a pretzel today, huh, Monique? I love, hey, Andrea, how you doing, honey? Just a simple short one tonight. I was going to be space girling, but, you know, felt like I'd just come on and do a little chat. Been doing a lot of taxes and shit today, and it's been raining again, and it just seems like we can never escape that rainy season. As much as I want that sunshine in spring, we just have to wait for it. So I'm going to get something to drink, kind of wet my whistle, and I will be right back. Yeah, I love it when you, I love you, Monique, when you bang it out, girl. All right, thank you. Yeah, I thought I'd get something a little besides sweatshirts. It is Autism Awareness Day and Autism Awareness Month. I had blue on earlier today, something we should all be aware of. There's a lot of people in the community here that have been touched by autism in one way, shape, or form or another. And it's something that that's still being studied. Something, as I mentioned, when I was a child, it was virtually unheard of. You know, and it's just strange. Hey, Kimberly. Kimberly said, I dreamed about coming to your house today during my nap. You were trying to help me find directions back to my hotel. Apparently, I was at a Best Western. There we go. Thank you. Thank you, Monique. Hey, Scotch, how are you? Good to see you, Pixie Dust. Let's cover a couple things off tonight. It's not going to be a real long one. I wish I could grab a cold one. This marks, what does this mark? 28 days, officially 1 month. Well, 4 weeks since I've had a beer. I'm very proud of that. I have 12 more days officially to go. I never dreamed I would make it to a week, much less 2 weeks. Papa Grizz, how you doing? Much less 3 weeks. And now here I am at week number 4, and I'm very happy. I'm not saying I'm not drinking again. I have proven to myself that I can get control over drinking, and that I think is a really good thing. There we go, Metallic. Nice to see you, Metallic. You've been busy with life, but I'm so happy to see you on here. I hope you're doing well, my sweet. Let's talk about last night. I had that talk about whether it's worth rebuilding a 30-year-old camper van. How you doing, beautiful Pam? How you doing, Vapin Fagan? Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Nice rack for a dude. Thank you. I took time last night and went over about whether something like a 30-year-old Coachman, a 1989 camper van would ever be worth doing a restoration project. And I did some more thinking and some more calculating today. And at the current time, I really had to conclude that it's not something that's, is feasible. It doesn't really make sense from a perspective of having something that's new and roadworthy. And, the economics don't really make a lot of sense of it. Especially when you get a rig that's about 30 years old, you're talking about something that's now, sorry, I got this one hair, something that's now burning oil. And, that in itself is kind of a not something. Hey, Joey D, thank you today, Joey D, for popping by. Your wonderful surprise visit today. Your macadamia nuts have officially busted my diet on day 2. Thank you. And your Klosshausen beer, thank you very much. Actually, it was wonderful to see you today on the surprise stop by. So thank you very much. I think a lot of people agreed. I received a lot of comments overnight, some positive, some negative. But at the end of the day, you're going to expend a lot of effort on something that may not be worth it. Financially, it's something that may not make sense to other people to even be involved in. And it's time to now push that aside and think about getting something newer. Best thing to do is probably sell that rig and put the money in elsewhere. How you doing, Smooth? Nice to see you. I think it's a smart way to go. I've been kicking around the RV world, not for as many years as a lot of you people, but long enough to know the mountain that would have to be climbed to make that rig new. And then the effort of just trying to find a diamond in the rough out there that maybe you could get a good deal on. There would be. I think it is a good choice. Hey, Patsy, Semper Fi, Jiro. I think it is a good choice. Hi, just well. So I think now, as far as I'm concerned, that's totally off the table. Any consideration of doing a van rebuild is really off the table. If that disappoints anybody, I'm sorry, but I understand the engineering, the money, and well, that's what I'm saying. Rodney says, if it's burning oil now, how would driving it to Cali affect it? It's, I'd love to go on a road trip with you too, Pam. Maybe we'll make that happen. Hey, Copper, Kitten Cat. Kitten Cat was just do it and let us have all the yucks and all of that. But at the end of the day, I took your advice, Cobra John, a lot of other people, and although it might be personally fun for me, would it really be fair to do something like that? Would it be fair to me to pull me out of my content stream, as fun as that might be? Because that's in the holiday season, and I want to be able to spend time. Yeah, now I know a lot of people want an RV. Yeah, Smooth. I'll bet you're brokenhearted down there. So things just have to make sense. allergy season is just whacking me here already. But when you think about the work that's involved, and at the end of the day, what do you really have? Would you ever really get your money out of that? Would you ever really, you know, a super fly rig all tricked out, you know, disco lights, karaoke inside, jungle room? You know, would anybody really be able to appreciate that? It's really hard to say. Thank you. Metallic says you maintain such a positive and lovely outlook. Good for you. The world needs more people. I have a nice fifth wheel for sale. Just wow. He said he was going to contribution would be content for you. Yeah, I won't be going with new, but I'm not going to be investing the time in that. I want to be on the road more, and I want to be able to focus. I will probably have something of my own at that time. It'll probably be something that's more in the range of something newer, maybe a wide body. So I just want to say that puts a wrap on that. I don't want anybody to be disappointed, but I think it just makes the most sense. After doing the Rancho, you know what can happen when you open up a wall. Oh, boy, don't I. Don't I? That's what I need, Dory. I need something nice. How you doing, Gigi? So that is officially off the table, and I will convey that to Elvis. That it just, yeah, it's not so much for me, but there has to be a payoff for me too. And you know, we can't go grubbing around the community and expect other people that are going to chip in and do that. So it makes more sense. You know, if he ever wanted to sell that and then just park it here, it'd be a different story. And a long, slow restoration project that way. It's a lot of remods. I know it's a lot. I might reconsider how would I reconsider? If I got burned out on travel, if I got burned out on streaming, if I, you know, was financially down on my luck, I might consider something like that. I might consider something like that from a content point of view. But I think, Kim, it is an excellent decision. Thank you, KJ. And it could potentially be a money pit. We were going to go crabbing last Saturday, but because this is the off season for fishing, not a lot of people want to go out and just watch our crew members lift up crab pots, harvest the crabs, and then just return to port 2 hours later. So the economics weren't really there. How you doing, random trucker? So the captain decided not to go. The fishing season opens soon enough. Hey, how you doing? I don't know. Everyone in here is full of shit. Y'all hate Elvis, but sit here and listen to plans to better his life and band. No, that was last night's stream, Coat. How you doing? Thank you. I'd like to be a little bridging from one night to the next. So we have a little bit of flow in the chat, right? Hello, Woken. So that puts a conclusion on that. Thank you, Shannon. I do have my moments. And spring is coming. So, Pam, I would love to be on a road trip with you, honey. We would tear it up. Tear it up big time. And the Lisa girl, too. That would be awesome. Could you imagine that traveling with Pam? Holy shit. I'm going to slap the shit out of you. Yo, say that one more time. Lean down here. Tell me again in my ear. Hey, Liberty, thank you. Well, I'm not trying to get people's hopes up. Once in a while, you know, you think about the time, you think about the situation, but at the end of it all, you got to think what makes the most sense for not just for somebody else, not just for the van, but for you too. How you doing, Vanessa? So I could really dig traveling with Pam and doing that. Kids in Texas, y'all can meet in Texas. I love Texas. I want to get down the southern part of Texas too. Oda May, how you doing, honey? Hey, Jen, best way to end the day. So I want to thank you all for your input. You know, I don't want to be one of these people that comes on and just throws something up the flagpole and then doesn't, hey, Mama Ricky, doesn't really care what people say, because I'm going to go my own way and do it anyway. You know, yesterday I thought there was a good chance I might do a build like that. But after all of your input and all of the facts and figures that some people sent me on YouTube, thank you, everybody out there. And you know who you are. The economics, the realities of it, the unforeseen things that could happen. You know, and additional information I gathered on things that need respringing in the rear and all kinds of. You're talking about a lot of engineering and a lot of effort. So, hey, Jan, greetings from Arizona. Love Arizona. No headache. Yeah, the headaches. I just don't want to. Oh, thank you, Mama Ricky. And thank you for your wonderful, beautiful videos and being the stand-up person that you are. You're a beautiful person. And thank you. Oh, good. Okay, so Joey, I hope you liked where you went. Yeah, I can get something local here. I'll pay a little more, but it'll be so well taken care of. That's what I mean. I touch the van, I'll be responsible. So it's just, it frees me up too. It's like a win-win. Okay. It's actually kind of a win eventually for Elvis, in that it may force his hand to get something newer and put the money into that. Good evening, Daggins. Thank you. Very sweet of you. The life of panel chats. And I've said this for a long time. This is the next topic I want to talk about here tonight. Yeah, Mr. X wants me to do it. He's a sneak. Damn you, Mr. X. Hi, Mr. Mysterious. Mr. X, wait till I get a hold of you again, brother. How you doing, Vegas Fixin'? How you doing, Tasha? So that's officially off the table tonight. And I think that's a wise decision. Like I said, I didn't come on here to play you people like fools. I came on here to get some good, honest feedback about any 30-year-old rig. It's one thing to do a vintage restoration on something that you can really take your time and be a craftswoman or a craftsman and do that. It's quite another thing to be under the gun and to think that somebody's living in that vehicle and you have now taken over all responsibility. Well, Pam, you know, nice thing about you, honey, is you're sitting up there whittling that stick tonight and just getting back to your roots. And when you said, you look at the About page, we're a comedy channel. And I'm going to tell you what, in my opinion, my humble opinion, and you do a hell of a lot better than I ever do. But when you do comedy and you and Ricky sit side by side, you are truly the most entertaining duo and so fun to watch on YouTube. It is great. Panel chats. I think Vegas Fixin' had an object lesson in here. I think a lot of people have had object lessons in here. Panel chats can be a lot of fun. They can be a blast. But they can often be a source of misunderstanding. They can often be places of explosions. And when you put a panel together, everybody's different that comes on that panel. They all have a different mindset. They all have a different viewpoint. They all have a different bias. Of the way they see things. Some people might be social justice warriors. Some people may have come from backgrounds that colors their whole feeling about money and not having money. Other people have educational differences. Some people have drug and alcohol, addiction issues, emotional challenges. And they all meet How you doing, Classy? And they all meet on these panels. Thank you, Mama Ricky. And sometimes things get out of control. And I think the one thing that people have to realize when you do panel chats is that you'll probably always come to the point where you won't do them anymore. They're always fun in the beginning. It's great to have people come on. But as you see, when the panels, hey Mallory, when the panels get bigger, the control factor goes out. And sometimes when you try to rein in that control again, things can get a little bit over the top. And what you eventually don't do is you don't really put your own message out anymore. You don't share yourself. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Friday nights when I'm done baking. I love to change clothes and come in. And I look forward to tying on the drink bag and sitting down and bullshitting and having fun. It's great. It is a blast. But now it's something that, for me, I like that in very small measures. Because, quite honestly, and to be from the heart, panel chats are the source of a lot of trouble. They're the source of a lot of the fractures. They're the source of the original earthquake here on Boyd. It led to the splintering off of other chats. And everything has that life cycle. We start off, we do our own chat. This is great. This is glorious. This starts to be like work. Oh no, people are getting pissed off. They're fighting. Now this person hates that person. This person has this person blocked on. Now it's a shit show. Now it's a worse shit show. Now everybody's talking about the shit show. And you end up just bagging it. I really think that running chats is something that everybody should do once, have a go at it on YouTube, because it's a lot of fun. You send out the links, you have the fun, but we only need to see, how you doing, Mad Bro? We only need to see what's happened in the last week or so. And maybe I'm more objective because I'm not really involved. So whereas I used to sit there and run panel chats and, you know, handling nitroglycerin on panel and people screaming over top of each other and oh shit. Now I kind of click around and I go to different chats and see things. And I see people reliving the same sort of experience on these panel chats. Yeah, I have fun. I really enjoy the late night. I like to do a midday. Because remember, once I get on the road, I'm not going to be able to do this. You know, things are going to change. And if I'm able to get in a little nighttime once in a while. But otherwise, it's going to be a different way. So what I'm trying to do is like give some advice to people so that they can avoid some of the mistakes. And just have that recognition that no matter how hard you try, you will ultimately fail. And I know that sounds weird, but the players will change, the circumstance will change, you will change. And after a period of time, it won't have that same attractiveness anymore. And that's the good thing about YouTube, because then somebody else, hey, Kelly, then somebody else can pick up that ball of chats and run with that. And that's a wonderful, wonderful thing. But we all see how fleeting friendships can be when it comes to chat. Alliances can be. We can see how easily some people are triggered. We can see how misunderstandings occur and people are trying to explain, but now you're deleted from the chat. You don't have a chance. So now you got to fire up your own chat. And that brings people over and, you collect warring parties. Hello, Colleen. Welcome. Make sure it's fun. Because I'll tell you honestly, the most fun and the best feedback I've had in years is people coming over like you guys on the side chat and like Pam and Ricky experience. Just being that act and being up there and communicating with people seems to be what people really enjoy. In other words, it may sound something unusual coming out of my mouth, but people come to my channel to see me. People go to your channels to see you. People go to Pam and Rick shoot the shit to see them. People go to Mama Ricky's channel to see Mama Ricky. Yeah, make YouTube fun again. And the way I made YouTube fun, thank you, Yujiro, was doing my own thing. Because my chances of getting in trouble now are radically reduced. Yeah, you have to stay out of things for the most part, or you're the one left in the dust holding the bag. Exactly. And you're ultimately responsible for what happens on your panel. You should have shut that person up. You should have shown them the gate. You should not have ever let that person on. You're the one that called. You gave the links out and that person came on and shut down that hangout. Shame on you. You allowed my information to be posted in the side chat. Shame on you. Boy, you hear it all. And that's why I think most people, if they want to continue messaging, they end up sort of doing their own thing. That way they don't really risk offending anybody unless they're a total idiot. And they enjoy getting their message out without having it, crossing wires in there. Yeah, I know I have trouble written in my starry eyes somewhere out in the future there, Oda May. There's trouble with a capital T. For the old broad out there on the street. Thank you, Juice. Thought I'd just get a little elegantized. Yeah, holding the Walmart bag. So maybe that makes sense to you. I often admire people like Oda May, Cooper, like the Juice, because they get YouTube on exactly the terms that they want to get it. They share the limited things that they want to share. And I think that they extract the maximum benefit out of the experience because nobody else's expectations are raised. People see them, figure they're fair dealers on here, and they have a smooth, remember my analogy in China, they talked about the Huacho, when somebody was really smooth, and I know I'm known as Smooth Talker Rosie in some quarters. But there are people that go through life smoothly with very little resistance because they're smart enough like them to see down the line and see, wow, do I really want to be invested in green rooms and doxings and family things and all that? And the answer is always clearly no. Hey, Kiwanis. Exactly, Colleen. There'll always be somebody that wants to put you on the spot, Colleen. Have no fear. Have no fear. So I have to say I have quite a bit of envy about Oda May and Juice. And I really think, how you doing? Yeah, I think there's people that are saboteurs. Shannon says some of these people were saboteurs to your channel on purpose. Don't I think there's some people with malice out there. What stuns me is what is considered, and I always laugh, and I always talk to Jen. I said, man, did you ever think starting out, we never thought years ago when we started Abby, we never thought, wow, this person's got 20,000 fucking subscribers. I mean, we never thought of it. I mean, we just had fucking fun and we never thought about it. And I never really had any problems until the channel approached 20,000. And then all of a sudden, things became different. And it's kind of weird to say that. But people start looking at you a different way. And it's like, no, I'm the same fucking Rosie that I've always been. And that's what I'm saying. Kiwanis, people like that, almost to 30,000. You see Pam that can pack the porch with 5, 6, 7. I mean, these are the real deal. So sometimes it never fails to surprise me out here. How you doing, Mr. Belvedere? That's right, just Mel. Just the best thing you can do is move on from the hate and negativity, because you can see the way it grinds people down. You can look at people's faces on Hangouts and you can get a good reflection of what their spirit is kind of behind them. You can tell the people that are happy. You can tell the people that aren't really getting anything positive out of the experience, but just showing up for battle every single day. That's right, Pam. Just go do it. Yeah, if you can take and put the thumbs up, that would be great if you have it. This is why I bring to the topic of tough skins. If you're going to be here and doing, I mean, it's so different. I don't know what it was. Press is 69 on here. If you've been around longer than 5 years on YouTube, put a 69 in the side chat for me. If you've been around longer than 5 years on YouTube, I'm just curious in my audience out here, how many people have been actively engaged in YouTube? And I mean by watching. Now remember, Hangouts really only started public ones in 2015, but actively engaged. Yeah, I don't think I've changed at all, Susie. That's correct. So there's a lot of people that have been around for a while. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of people. Look at this on the side. Tons of people have been around here for a long time. I've been around 6 years and 2 months. When I came on here, Shannon Stutter was already well established. And then here, Krista, Erica, who I've known for years. Have you or have you not seen a change? Hello, Echo Son. Have you or have you not seen a change in the whole composure of the way people interact with each other? Have you seen any change in people? Now let's take another vote. If you think that in those 5 years, and there's many people that have been here for 5 years or longer, if you think that YouTube has changed for the worse over those 5 years, press 69. And if you think it's changed for the better, press 96. I'm very curious to see what you guys that are consumers of YouTube videos and Hangouts. What you think? 69 if you think things are worse in terms of human relations, or 96 if you think that they're better. Flaming says they're better. 69 and 96, some better, some worse. For me, I would have to go 69. Hey, Brockovich, nice to see you. For me, and remember, I show up and punch the clock every day here, year in, year out. I've never missed a day. And it's already been, for 5.5 years, I've never failed to put up a morning video every day straight. I think it's changed for the worse. Why would that be? Well, one big thing changed in 2015, and that was the concept of Hangouts were done. And when they were new in 2015, the level of, what would we say, deference, the level of manners, the understanding that we have to bring a higher social order to, why are we 69? Don't tempt me, Monique. I think we all brought our best game in 2015. And remember, I was there in 2014 before you could even go public. You would do Google Hangouts. I'd be there with Nicole, Francis, Shay, Serena, Jen. Then in 2015, everything could go public. Thank you, Chairman Norm F. Thank you. Things could go public. And my perception in that beginning was that things were pretty decent because people were very focused, like, on the RV community. And, I don't really think that there was a drama community. It takes time to develop. There was like amateur radio, vintage audio, metal detecting, guns, gaming. Yeah, it's like Pam said, I think live streams have allowed people to argue and carry on. It's made it a war zone. And what's particularly made it is the more time that you punch the clock and come in here and be in the war zone, the more you find out about people. And the more you find out about people, the more you start to really cultivate likes and dislikes here on YouTube. I really think this being here on the daily, not so much as a solo person, but I think on panel stuff, definitely takes its toll. And then the little communities that spring up, and I've thought about this a long time, the little communities that spring up, information comes out, and then you have the birth of things called the drama community. Green Bay Wacky, nice to see you. Hey, boo. Then you have birth of drama communities. And instead of having Hangouts for the sake of Hangouts, and I never saw this phenomenon in 2015. But over the last 2 years, I saw as many Hangouts talking about Hangouts as Hangouts. I'm a fucking genius. This is really, Bash Fest, Docs Fest. This is really the big thing. Gripe Hangouts. This is really the big thing that I saw happen. Is we have the product Hangouts, and then we have a whole birth of a derivative products, the first derivative products, which are Hangouts about Hangouts. And then unfortunately, the second derivative of that is doxing and getting down into the information. We never had that in 2015. We never had that. People didn't, thank you, Nola, people didn't fuck with people's lives. Nobody went crazy. Nobody went ballistic. But then with the birth of the Hangouts and the derivative Hangouts, the next thing began channel building for Hangouts. Now, I'm not saying channel building is a bad thing, but I can honest my hand to God say I didn't come on YouTube to build a channel. Like many of you, I came on to have fun. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with building a channel. I applaud people that say, you know what, I'm coming on YouTube. I'm going to make a go of it. I'm going to make a splash. I admire their candidness, their straightforwardness. But then you start to think, how am I going to do that? Well, now we got all the low-hanging fruit of drama everywhere. So the answer becomes pretty obvious. Don't do original content, do drama. Which, when you think about panels and stuff, has a very short kind of existence. Because as we've seen this week, panel buddies 1 week are on the outs by midweek. Yeah. Goose says most people just want to start train wrecks and then sit back and watch the nonsense. Yeah, that's wonderful. Kawana's Kitchen, the baking channels, people like Tess can cook. I mean, if you really want to build a channel, if you really want to build a channel, then the best way, still in my opinion, is to be doing your own original content. Then I think of a gal I know, Tess Cooks for You. A couple of years ago when I first knew she had about 30,000 people. A Pennsylvania housewife, never seen her on cam, just makes amazing dishes. Tess Cooks for You. Amazingly sweet person. Comes around my hangouts once in a while, and her fucking hair must stand on end. That's right, Green Bay. Yeah, I saw you, Melton, but I wanted to say, I don't block you, but you did block me on your channel. I came over to try to say hi to you tonight, and I ended up blocked. So be nice, you know, the blocking. Yeah, original content with streams. That way, when the drama, I appreciate it, Melton. That way, when the drama passes, you still have something to show for all your effort. It's not all wasted. So when I see my friend Monique out here, and now Monique shares her life. Monique loves TR, and she starts to do her coloring, and she starts to show her medals for running. Then all of a sudden, there's something in the future that not only can she look back with in pride, but also new subscribers can enjoy and invest it in her life. She has something real to show for it. Oh, thank you, Darcy. Must just be the lighting. The old broad. I'm only just giving my opinion from kicking around for 6 years on here. That's all. And I also see the joy. I hear Monique on Hangouts, and I hear this. And I know Monique's not pleasuring herself, right? How you doing, Joe King? I know that she's having fun doing her coloring. Hey, Barbie girl. Mwah. You know, something enduring. Something enduring. So for all Barbie girls been rocketing up, I see Barbie girl here. She's been wonderfully supportive of me. I'm one of those people that loves to shout out and channel build for people, because I think when you get older, you don't even give a shit anymore. You know, you don't need to be, you know, clawing and rat fucking to get to the top of some pile of cheese that's rotten. Anyway, yeah, Monique multitask, exactly. And I'm just thinking, you do original content, comedy, like you do, Pam and Ricky, and people go back, they don't understand drama, maybe they can't plug in that, but they sure as hell know some of your funniest shit on there. They find it and they watch it. So, just my thoughts on that, to try to, hey, Bunny Cha-Cha, how you doing, sweet? There's no chronic pain community either. Thank you, Mr. Belvedere, if that's me. I don't color or anything, but Barbie girl whoops someone's ass verbally over. There you go. Barbie's a stand-up girl. And I don't care if Barbie comes over, and I don't care if Barbie has an ID in her head. It'd be cool to hang out with Rosie. She give me a shout out. Help Gunny Gill, all these people. It's totally cool. Because at the end of the day, it's a sweet gal. It's a sweet gal with talent. That's why I look at Melton John. And I think if I could be Melton John's manager for a week, nah. Here we go. Let me get rid of some trolls here. That's funny. Cheers, Mojo. It was really good to see you around. No, I'm not saying I don't change people, Melton. But I'm saying you got a good shtick. You like to redline it a little bit. You like to be the Howard Stern a little bit of shock video. But I think in your heart, you're a decent person. I really do. Yeah, coloring stream. I look forward to seeing that. I really do. Hey, Lori Green, how are you, honey? Nice to see you. One of the sisterhood of Basharama. How am I liking YouTube now? Huh? We'll exchange some more war stories next time I'm in Las Vegas, Lori. Green Bay says, can I send you a private message somewhere? Of course you can. I can make it like new at gmail.com. My contact information is on my channel. Yeah, there's fake Green Bay whack. There's fake Rosie O'Kelly's. And here's the problem. As many people have told me, you know, they shoot the fake Rosie O'Kelly in, says something totally horrendous. They'll screenshot it and they'll feed it to certain people here on YouTube, and they will take that as gospel. And then we wonder why YouTube is so fucked up. You know, people, Sugarcane, how you doing, sweetie? Yeah, I have, I'm on Twitch. I have a Twitch account. I just haven't really fired it up. Good night, Mr. Belvedere. Yeah, there is, I don't even care. I don't report fake Rosie. I don't care. My biggest laugh was, thank you, Barbie girl. You keep your money in your pocket, honey. Okay? No muss. But I appreciate it. My best laugh was that Rosie O'Kelly with the blonde hair that hasn't shaved in a week. I was watching it in a chat one night, and the fake Rosie O'Kelly went in And the fake Rosie O'Kelly's not really mean. The blonde one with the 10-day-old beard. And somebody in the chat said, "Oh, that's the fake Rosie O'Kelly." And the fake Rosie O'Kelly said, what did she say? I'm the good looking one. I'm the good looking Rosie O'Kelly. I was shit myself. I was laughing so hard. I mean, I got a sense of humor, but there's some really, we all know that there's some really, yeah, thank you, Mojo. We all know there's some really, yeah, I know, Elbow. Yeah, I know, Cobra John, but some people aren't circumspect. They're not deep enough thinkers to even contemplate the fact that they're being played. And I think that's the real tragedy of YouTube. As I was mentioning this morning, people that have decent, sometimes controversial channels, but they allow themselves to be overrun by certain people with an agenda, and they go stick down. You take care, Kiwana. I had to look. Melton John said she's a crazy old hag. I had to make sure he wasn't talking about. Melton, was that coming my way? Hello, Miss Kitty. That's kind of funny. But, it goes with having a tough skin on here. And if you can't take, you're enjoying the truth bomb. Hey, Miss Know It Some, nice to see you, beautiful. And I always say, if you can't take a little bit of sideways activity on you once in a while, this is not going to be a comfortable place to be. Thank you, East Coast lady. It's not going to be a happy place for you to be. Some people are very adept at seeing fairly high-level games that are played here on YouTube. And some people just don't have that ability to ever be a critical thinker and understand what's going on. They don't have the perspective to see, maybe because they're so deep in their hands, they're so deep in making the meatloaf in the slop every day that they're not getting any perspective. How you doing, Katie? Yeah, thank you, Wolfie. Yeah, that's right, Elbow Babbles. Get off the net if you can take the heat, because I'll tell you, like I said, this is a much meaner place than it was 5 years ago. This, I got to tell you guys, honest to God, this place it really is a rat race now in a lot of corners. There's more people than ever before that think that they're going to make a living on YouTube. There's more people doing crazier shit. There's more people dying on YouTube. There's more shock crap being put out because they discovered long ago that drama and action and death and craziness is viral here. It ain't no country club chat. Yeah, Bunny's like, we're the sweet weirdos. They're my folk. That's it. Monique's got that bubble wrap. I hope Tucker's okay. I worry about anybody that has heart situations. Yeah, some people don't even stop at babies. I mean, I've seen that this has been the absolute worst. Like I said, for me and for other people in here, we've been so, so racked and re-racked, and we've been through the mill. But for some people that have come on with very high spirits, this is why I worry about people like, Robert, who I recently met, that's come on, and some other people's, hey, Barbie, they may not, yeah, that's what scares, Bunny, is you really don't know how bad it can get. It can get really, really bad. People have lost jobs in here. Families have been wrecked. I think Tucker had to step back and do a reevaluation. I think he did the same thing in 2016. You find yourself so up to it on the daily that it starts to affect you in a negative way in the rest of your life, your health and other things. Dark side. You really think so, Melton? I can't really think of, well, I'd like to hear you talk about that sometime. Hey, Susie. Well, we can't really control what people do. Hey, Vinny. Yeah, I'm asking Melton John to please unblock me on your channel tonight. Yeah, the human pincushion. There we go. It's well, I'm not going to go down that road tonight. I'm not going to open that can of worms here tonight. How do you mentally deal with people who hate on you? How do you ignore their comments? Don't try to filter things. Face the realities of where you stand at the moment. Your thumbs up. How you doing, Vinny? We're just talking a little philosophy tonight. When you start shaping things and when you start deleting and your block list is super long and you're taking out people and you're turning off your thumbs up and your thumbs down and you're not, you're trying to shape the way you want things to be, it's a long-term loser here on YouTube. People have more respect for you if you just come out and say, hey, I'm a dickhead once in a while. I fuck up. I went through all that Alamo stuff last year. I went through all the stuff in January with the Dave and had hangouts where I had like, what, 22 thumbs up and 222 thumbs down or something. The tribe has spoken. Yeah, I'm sorry works exactly. And apologies work too. But it's got to be a two-way street. It's got to be a two-way street. No, I think you're pretty darn cool, Colleen. Tell you the truth be told. See, this is the community that's populated with strong women. Strong women. That's right. Well, you do, Barbie. But Barbie girl, and I would like everybody to sub up to the Barbie girl. She's been a great supporter. Man, she's a fun gal, and she does her evening chats. I want to give you one piece of advice, Barbie. I'm old enough to be your mom, but I'll pretend I'm your sister. Don't encourage people to contact you. Keep your information private. I was a little concerned tonight when you said, contact me, but, I'll give you the email and all that. Honey, keep your stuff private. My biggest piece of advice is to keep your stuff as private as you can. Because if you irritate somebody, you support somebody that's not popular in the community, and I can speak from experience, you may not think people have the ability to, but the skill set is very high here when it comes to messing with people's lives. Okay, Green Bay, thank you. Oh, thank you, Sugar Cane. Thank you, sweetie. So I just feel naturally wanting to be protective of, especially somebody like that's younger in their career. Like I said, my days are over, right? I mean, time is all mine now. Everybody's all grown. Everybody knows. Thank you, Cab 7. Everybody in my circle and family already knows what a fuck up I am. We went long down that road. But for you young people, just think it's a long way to go. And social media gets more and more pervasive. Information about people becomes more and more extensive. Search engines get more and more refined. You know. Yeah, Barbie. Accused of hacking, can barely copy paste. There we go, Susie. Thank you, Cab. Susie's the brains behind the operation. Many of you already know Cab 7. Ask Otame to put Cab 7 and Barbie's links out in the side there. I also like Sugar Cane, is also very inspiring to me. And I think tomorrow we'll just concentrate on channel shout outs. How you doing, Mr. Z? Won't be long. Mr. Z will be up on the Rancho. We'll be having a good time. Oh, you want to chew? I used to get you all kinds of hell for chewing ice. Miss Notes. Thank you, Gigi. To have your or pay $8,000 to have your internet fingerprint demolished. Well, good Lord. So when I see young people and some of the worst things I've ever had seen happen are people that challenge trolls to do certain things, and then they, to their ever loving regret, they did it. Okay. There's people with really high skill sets, and it pays to stay on the good side of them. Start a channel about living with fibromyalgia and dealing with chronic pain. Well, Darcy, if it's not out there, okay, Vinny. If you think it's a topic that'll get traction, and if it's something that it's important to you, if you're passionate about it, Darcy, it'll be good. There he is, the Mr. Rogers of YouTube, the great Cab 7. There he is. Always inspiring. Yeah. You see what Helen said? Rosie doesn't want to spend $2 on a soda. You think she's going to pay $8,000 to wipe out her thumbprint? Fuck. Shit, I want to deal with every 10th cousin I have in Kentucky, Tennessee, North Carolina. I'll walk to them and explain my shit rather than erase my. I'd say for my family, every day's a horror show on Google and everything. You know, it's like I'm always the black sheep. Yeah, yeah, I'm thrifty. I just, you guys are nuts. I love that, Helen. That's the comment of the day, honey. And she's known me forever. Helen Rochelle, the true crossover artist, one of the rarest people here on YouTube. Think about this. A woman that has literally been on my channel since 2013. Okay. All through the bullshit in 2015. All through the void. And then to find out that she's big time in the drama community. Woo! She is a true crossover artist. She's got to go on panel. Thank you, Ma Bears, Mare Bears. She's got to go on panel sometime because her story is absolutely amazing. The only real crossover artist that has literally seen it all here on YouTube, commented on my videos, would be on Drury streams watching. Just absolutely amazing to have a person that a real rarity. We could record a phone interview. I mean, the shit that, the stuff that she has seen, you talk about popping your wig off. Yeah, of course, Elbow Babbles says there are some are not fit to sleep with the pigs. I say they are. Yeah, there's my Helen. There are some very Odame, if you could put Barbie Girl's channel out there, and put if you don't mind, put Mare Bear's channel up there too. She's a sweetie. She is a supporter and a fun gal to hang out with. But there are some very disturbed individuals too, and I think you just have to be ready for anything on here. What's up, 23K? See? Where's mine? My favorite art. There you go, Mary. Yeah, we'll get you covered off, honey. I'm gonna do I'm gonna do shout outs tomorrow night. So if you want a channel shout out tomorrow and you're creating content, I'm happy to do this twice a year. Just send me a comment. My Gmail is in the about page. I can make it like new. Maybe Oda May will pop that, or Juice will pop my email. I can make it like new at gmail.com. And let me know. Let's check out your channel. Let's talk about, there's my Cindy girl, my beautiful Cindy girl. There you go, Bunny. So I'm just saying, let me know, and we'll get a list together and we'll shout it out. We'll get some people doing the wild thing, and a lot of people watch that. Yeah, Kitten Cat's creating nuisance. Yeah, let me know. Yeah, all lowercase. I can make it like new at gmail.com. Just let me know, and I would be glad to shout you out. I still have people, lots of people are still contacting me about the moderator thing, as you know, and I want to be clear about this. Moderators are people that show up, and they have a real job to do on these chats. And some of them spend a significant amount of time. They have their own things that they deal with, their own reasons they're able to be here, and I'm very grateful for that. Very grateful. But they do a lot of work, and it's always very embarrassing for me as a channel holder to sit here and enjoy this unprecedented level of kindness that people have shown to me on here. and be able to grab all of that booty, grab all that loot, and there are my moderators there. Like, really? A lot of them punch the clock as much as I do. So once a month, we have what's called the Mod Tip Out Day, and the generosity of my subscribers and viewers, that gives them a nice little windfall and a nice thank you. This ain't going to pay anybody's mortgage, but it's a nice way of saying thank you to them. And then I put something my own on top of that, because they do work hard and they do feel some obligation to show up when you're having a chat. Although I tell them, do what you want to do. Not everybody does. Some of them choose not to participate. I see Juice. Some other ones don't. JK NoCal. It's cool. Everybody's different. But some people, yeah, it'll pay a water bill. But some people come on and if overwhelm me, and I need financial need. I need to be a moderator because I need X, Y, and Z. That's not really why it's set up. And I have to respectfully decline. I do have a couple people that are on a wait for that. But it's not something, it ain't no great shakes. Some nights the Juice and Oda May have been swinging that. And I'm also one of the people that never tells my moderators how to run a chat. Okay. The only thing I ever said is just don't automatically time people out or boot them just for showing up at the chat. Oh, your thing is more like taking prostitutes off the street, huh? Yeah, and Alexa, I get that. And I want to reach out to you, honey, and say, I value your opinion, and Alexa. We have a little bit of difference about, the visibility of certain people on chat streams. And then the heightened visibility when people go on panels and all that. And I want you to know just where I stood on things and where I draw the personal line on people that are controversial, people that have a past. I've disclosed, I've been in lockup. I got my own past, as you all know. It's been gloriously on exhibit for weeks. But I just want to say, Anna, that I appreciate where you're coming from. No, I want to say you're always welcome here, and you're always welcome to express an opinion. Where's my Michelob? Can you believe, Marshall, Norm F, this is 1 month today, 4 weeks. No alcohol. I can't wait. Monique's like, I love convicts. Hey, Gina, how you doing, honey? Go get him, Gina. Thank you, Cobra John. Another wonderful. Thank you, Mayor Bear. Another wonderful supporter of of me here, and just a wonderful person. A guy, Cobra John, with a very inspirational life. A lot of things he has responsibility for, and conducts himself to a really high standard. And that's an inspiring person. There are certain people that have shared their stories with me that you wish you could share them with people, but you can't. But they're amazing individuals. I see Joey D. Joey D takes time to drive up here, drop off some of this beer he wanted me to try. It's a 50-mile drive, retired U.S. Air Force. Brings us flowers. Brings us nuts. Macadamia nuts. I mean, this is the kind of wonderful people that we have in our lives. Who is the most coolest guy in the world? You mean on YouTube? Yeah, Gina. Could you imagine if Gina C, put a wrench in your hand, honey? Woo! I get a bang out of Gina C. I told Mr. Z, I told Joey D's going to be up here. I told him today. So, yeah, that's you, Ohio Wolverine. God, here you are. And I didn't even have to say your name 3 times. There it is. Yeah, that's it. That's funny. Does he have a podcast? Yeah, I'm just gonna say, Melton, you don't want to tangle with Gina C, okay? She doesn't get down and boogie with that kind of stuff. All right. She's gone through hell and back. She hasn't got a lot of she doesn't have a lot of you know, her bullshit factor is very low, so. Oh, Monique, you're too funny, honey. My girl. What is that? Oh, that's me. I'm collaring. You sure that's what you're doing, Monique? Come on up here to the teacher's desk. Now I'm saying Gina C is pretty badass. I wouldn't mess around with Gina C. You know what I'm saying? Just a word to the wise, Melton. That's not a person that you want to mix it up with. I mean, I've seen her take out the trash. You know what I'm saying? I've seen her, the old trash compactor. Oh boy. Yeah, hurdles to death. Monique, you are too much, honey. I hope we're going to meet up when I'm down in Texas. Love to go to a Rangers game with you. That would be great. No, you're good, Gene. You might be my next wrench if somebody drops out, honey, because yeah, I can't stand this top chat. Thank you, Cab. You're the teacher. Man, are you kidding me? You are, I can't even hold your shoes, man, for what you've accomplished on here. So much genuinely admired in all places. Very sweet. Hey, Ujiro. Gina doesn't need any help, Ujiro. Hey, how you doing, Rick? Is your 6 covered? Nice to see you. How you doing, TLA? Top chat is this ridiculous thing that YouTube has to segregate what they think is spam from. Just automatically put it on live chat. Then you'll see everything. Hey, Denise. You're sweet, Oda. But Oda May's paid to say that. Yeah, I'm getting lit up tonight, man. Dr. Fish getting it lit up tonight. Up with the fish set. Rosie. Yeah, there you go, Vinny. No, Mel, come on. Gina's, you know. How you doing, Laura? Nice to see you. Lit. I'm good, 20. No, I know Oda May. Don't ever say that to Oda May. Thank you, Jenna. You talk about a moderator that'll slap the channel holder upside the head. I can't tell you how many nights I've sat here. Thank you, Vinny G. I can't tell you how many nights I've sat here. And Oda May is she's just checked out. I can't take watching another minute, Rosie. I got to get the hell out of here. Gina's on fire, you know. Gina, let me tell you what, Gina came out of, like a flaming comet through space. This is not somebody you want to tangle with. I'm going to go grab I'm going to have one of my fake beers, and then we'll just wrap up here. Oh, yeah. All right. Good night, Cobra John. Thank you, my friend. You're wonderful. You're wonderful. Yeah, I don't think Gina has any problem. She could probably whistle and get it. I don't think she's worried about that. All right. I was asked, I saw, yeah, how you doing, Steve C's? Nice to see you. You have a great night. I hope you fun. Yeah, I'm going to check that tomorrow, Green Bay. You're always welcome. You're a great guy. Drop me a Gmail tonight. I can make it like new at gmail.com so I can shout out your channel tomorrow night, okay? We're going to direct link it and talk about it a little bit. Okay? Yeah, Rangers win. Did the Orioles win tonight? They've been kind of on a mini roll. Yeah, I've been kind of watching Gina C operate for a year, and it's just one of those gals you're like, damn. Damn. Let's see. Yeah, 2-1 Orioles. They're now 4-1. Unbelievable. All right. Yeah, this is the Country Club chat. Let's see. Susie said YouTube is literally killing channels lately, cherry picking certain ones. Maybe it's just my perception. In what way? In what way do you perceive that, Susie? And Mayor, just remind me tomorrow, you and Fish's channels, to get that a big shout out on there too. Friggin' Fish just kills me. Dr. Fish just, hey Vicky. Dr. Fish he's a hell of an entertainment unit. Rosie with the hosey. Oh, cutting funds, and well, they're about to notch up, I think, the AdSense, the monetization. Yeah, I know he's doing this thing. I'll be popping over there. I know that. Lighten it up. It's the O'Douls, Marshall Norm F. I thought you were calling me an alcoholic. Dory said a lot of channels I've been watching have had their comment sections turned off. Dory, do you mean by the channel holder? I'm curious about that. Because I've never, some of my content, I do have a word list. Some people get pissed because their comment might be held because of a word, you know, Rosie, you effing, it automatically gets stuck down there. Cut off by YouTube. No, oh, okay. Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Nobody needs to be commenting on a kid's channel. You know what I'm saying? Mainly for channels that run. Oh, good. Okay. I'm all for that. Great. Like, seriously, Rosie, they took yours too. Now my comment section's spin up. Oh, thank you, Sophia. You were out playing, got the mace out tonight, sprayed it on a big worm. Ooh. Good to see you, Sophia. Drop me a Gmail too if we're doing channel shout outs tomorrow evening. So, no, boat dweller. There's no, no, it just, we decided it did not make sense to do a van restoration on that. Yeah, why did Norm F says, why did you go to that yuppie bar with no Jim Beam? You know what, Marshall, Norm F, it was cold as hell. It was 17 degrees in Reno. I'm walking the streets. I thought if I don't get some alcohol in me, I'm going to keel over. I go into a loud bar, real noisy. I think, this is great. Can hardly hear yourself think. Do you remember me being in there that night? Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, Otame. I don't know. I haven't really looked into that, but I'm saying when I went in there and I asked for Jim Beam, it's like, oh, we don't have it. I'm like, what? You know, first time in my life I ever went into a bar and a #1 bar brand of bourbon isn't there. And then they give me, I asked for a Coors Light or something, and they give me some, I don't want to say a queer beer, but something, you know, I don't know what the hell it was. It was a lot of people. I couldn't even believe it. No, I don't like, I prefer bourbon. All bourbon is whiskey, but not all whiskey is bourbon. Yeah, I like Jim Beam. I'm not much on Maker's Mark, but I do like my Four Roses. Old Crow, Old Crow developed the sour mash. Dr. Samuel Crow developed the sour mash method. Look at my body. Yeah, that was funny that night. It was so fucking cold. The coolest place I ended up was that arcade. Remember that arcade? Imagine a nightclub. Thank you, Vinny. Imagine a nightclub, Vinny G lighting it up. A nightclub where the place is stocked with old pinball machines, old school ding, 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 ding. Oh man, it was great. How you doing, Vegas Vixen? What's going on, honey? You get your head out of the mixer? Yeah, old duels with a Jim Beam tracer. How you doing, traveling? Nice to see you. All right, let me see. Let me see his picture, Gina. Hold on a minute. I'm always afraid to click on these damn things, you know? Shit. Let's see. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Melton, your fan club is here. Shit, that's funny. That's funny. You got your 40. There we go. That's funny. That is funny. Hey, Annette, how you doing, sweetie? Nice to see you. Yeah, we got all the stars in here tonight. Mare Bear, Vegas Vixen. We got Melton John. Gina, that is funny as hell. I got to tell you. Hey, Dave, how you doing? Dave the fisherman in the house. What's going on, Dave? I'm getting ready to close down in I guess about 10 minutes or so. Oh, good, Annette. Oh, you kissed me, Alpha Wolf. The minute you walked in the joint, ooh, I could tell you were a man of distinction, a real big spender. Do. Yeah, you're not responsible. Listen, Dave, the day Dave relaxes to me, half the time, Dave's like, I'd like to reach through and throttle that. Why don't you admit it, Dave? Oh, money, shit. Oh, shit. How you doing tonight, Vegas Vixen? Did you get your head out of the mixing bowl yet? Woo! Oh no, Dave is mean to you. Oh, better not be. He better not be, Miss Know It Some. I'll put it in gear for Iowa tonight. Real picture. Nah, you're A team, Miss Know It Some. Oh, I know, man. I had to text my Vegas Vixen today. I said, honey, you need backup? She's like, no, I got it. I'm all good. Hey, Mike G. Good to see you tonight, Mike G. I wonder if that's Carl. I wonder. Some people are rat in a cage, but me, I'm a pepper on the stick. There you go. See, sigh. I liked your comment, Vegas Vixen, that sometimes when the going gets tough, people split. You know, you gotta hang through it. Let's see. All of you trolls say it's not normal for my van to burn oil. You're not mechanics. You didn't design 351. Yeah, that's who is the comedian that does Jeff Foxworthy, isn't it? Yeah, he does the like Abdullah or something. Jeff Dunham, that's it. Jeff Dunham, that's him. God, he is funny as hell. The other one that Angela Johnson does, the Vietnamese nail woman. Why you not have boyfriend? You not have Crystal Gel. You not have boyfriend. She's good. Yeah, the Dead Terrorist. That's a good one. I'm on for 5 more minutes, Marshall, and then I'm out of here. I think that's funny as hell. And I look up this gal. You're gonna love her. We saw her in concert here. Angela, she's got an interest. Angela Johnson. She's a comedian. She was an Oakland cheerleader, Oakland Raiders cheerleader. She is so funny with her. She does an imitation of a Vietnamese. Okay, Marshall. She does an imitation of a Vietnamese nail salon gal. Honey, why you now have boyfriend? Look, your nail no good. Men like pretty nail, honey. Why you not have that? You gotta step up Crystal Gel. You want a pedicure? $10. Yeah, she's from Garden Grove. Isn't she a riot? Yeah, she was a Oakland cheerleader. Now, I think burning oil was kind of now we just it's better not to talk about doing a build out. Yeah, she's funny as hell. I saw her here at the Luther Burbank Center. Hey, Edward. Yeah, you never have to change the oil, only the filters. Yeah, that's it. That's it, Yujiro. Hey, Johnny. That's funny, traveling. Yeah, don't block. Yeah, 12 days, Juice. Can you believe it? 28 days. Yeah, that's it, Gene. That's I never saw any evidence. I never smelled. I'm very, very sensitive to burning oil, so I'd like to perform a compression test on those cylinders in there. Oh, thank you, Juice. Thank you. Yep, Vegas Vixen. She's the king now. Try the Coors. Oh, okay. I never even knew that they made it. I never even knew that they made a Coors non-alcoholic. Thank you for the tip, traveling. I will. Joey D brought up a German non-alcoholic one. No, it's not normal. You know, I think it's unusual at 70,000 miles. Yeah, you need to look at this. I think it may be the rear seal. I refuse to believe that Windsor is burning oil at 70,000 miles. You'll never convince me that. Happy birthday, Massey! The Canadian Clipper has not stopped by tonight, Marshall. Let's see, Sean. Okay, yeah, I think it's probably more likely. What you have to do is take several big pieces of cardboard and stick it under the rig overnight and see if you're losing any. See what your loss rate. Wow, an 87-year-old's birthday. Wow, pretty cool. Okay, well, you were talking about the rear seal or something, Marshall. It's just unusual to burn oil at 75,000. I hope you have the right oil in. Sometimes you have to change up your oil for the climate if you're using too low a weight oil. Okay, rear seal gas residue. Okay. Oh, okay, Vegas Vixen. Well, happy birthday. Yeah, you trolls aren't certified ASC mechanics. Melton, I haven't seen what's going on in your production. I'm not wrenching anybody out, so. I did ask you to unblock me. Now, the mileage, I think, is 75,000. But synthetic, it depends on the weight. You might need you might not be good to run synthetic in a 30-year-old. Look at the weight. Okay, thank you, Melton. Appreciate it. All right, we got the final 2 minutes here. What's the average cost of an oil change? Here it's about $39. Depends, it goes up from there. Hey, Reaper Man, I think about, doing it myself sometimes, but I just get lazier. I run synthetic in the, I pay about $70 with synthetic. Okay, all right, Marshall. Okay, it's about 29 bucks there. So anyway, I want to thank you all for being on tonight. Much appreciated here. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Yeah, pay $70 with a $15 coupon. So 29 here. That's nice. 29. Where are you, Missy? Boy, I'd like to have 29. Thank you again, Joey D. Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, you won't be in here tomorrow. Okay, Melton. I mean, I do the best I can here. Okay, take care, Elbow Babbles. Good night, Kim. Oh, you're in Kansas. Okay, it's just our oil disposal fee, filter fee out here. It's just ridiculous. I'm running Mobile One synthetic. Good night, Mayor. Love you. All the way up with the fish. Remember, if you want a channel shout out tomorrow, we can talk about your channel. Just drop me a Gmail. icanmakeitlikenew@gmail.com. I'm happy to talk about all y'all guys' stuff. So, Shannon, love you, honey. Good night. Thank you, everybody. Wow, 29 is it a deal or two? Good night, tribe. Give me a big woo. I ain't doing no rear main seal, man. Woo! Let's give a big woo. Good night, everybody. Tribe, that cracks me up.